Trading friends, how are you? Tom Willard with Tom Willard Trading. Bitcoin and crypto update. Uh, Welcome to another video. If you've been following my videos, I've been talking pounding the table with Bitcoin. And if you're not in, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. You wish you would have got in, but of course hindsight's always 2020. And of course I don't have a crystal ball, but the charts are indicating higher prices. They have been for a while, and they still do. But now is not the time to be buying it. Okay, it's too extended. Now, as I'm doing this, it is now 1:30 Mountain Standard Time on November 14th, 2020, and my Bitcoin prices are popping $15,930 ish right now. So you see the chart it stopped. The chart stopped charting at 16,302, which is where it was on Friday yesterday. And so the price right now is actually under $16,000. It's just about right here. See where on the 60-minute chart to the lower left, right about where my arrow is, right where this bottoming tail is where the chart, where the price is right now. Still too expensive to be buying, because if you're buying it and I do not day trade cryptos, period. I just buy them, swing trade them, take profits as they get extended. And in fact, like I mentioned, they're getting pretty extended now. In my last Bitcoin video, I talked about my original, or two Bitcoin videos ago, I was talking about a target of 13,500. And then my Bitcoin video from last time, I said I'm not selling any at 13,500. This sucker is going parabolic. Now, it hasn't gone parabolic. It's gone pretty hardcore to the upside, but not parabolic. Again, I stand by my target of about $19,000 to $20,000 per Bitcoin for my first lot of selling, and it'll probably be anywhere between 10 to 20% of my Bitcoin holdings I'll dump when the price, when and if, I can't assume this is going to get there. When and if the price gets there, my plan right now is to dump 10 to 20% of my position and hold it in cash and see what happens. See if we get a pullback. It may base at 20 for a couple of weeks or months and then break out again, and I may end up buying less Bitcoin with that same cash at $21,000 per Bitcoin, if that's what the charts tell me to do. Okay, or we may get a pullback where it may pull back to 13, 12, 13, $14,000 of Bitcoin, of which I'll now have more cash to buy back that Bitcoin with, again, playing the trends. Looking at the very simple process of the moving averages here, you can see we're equidistant here from the moving average. Nice, steady move, not parabolic by any means. It's not getting stupidly away from the moving average. It is away far enough to where I'm not buying any at this point, and I would suggest that you don't own it yet, don't buy it. But you'll get a chance. You just got to continue to watch the charts or follow my videos. I'll put updates on Bitcoin every couple of weeks. If something really big happens, I'll get on it and typically do a video update within a couple of days. But right now, it's too extended to buy. Ride it if you got it. I'm riding it. Again, I'm not selling any right now. I'm looking for that target of $19,000, $20,000 per Bitcoin for my first lot. Now that may change if we get a big red bar, so no follow through to the top side, and we look like we're going to get that retracement. Good support area right now. If we get a big move down to pick up some Bitcoin, would be around 13,000. You can see right here, between 13 and 13.5. We got a nice support area here forming. You look here on the weekly chart. Really, the next hard support area is this previous resistance area around 12.5. So it's just in that same area. So I think anywhere between 12.5 and 13.5 is a legitimate place to be buying into Bitcoin if we're so lucky to get a pullback like that. Okay, actually, if you're already long like I am in Bitcoin, it's not going to feel good when it goes from 16 to 12 or 13 by any means. But you got to look at the big picture. This is a swing trade. Okay, I think the Bitcoin can go much higher. It doesn't mean it's going to. This could collapse and go to zero next week. Anything is possible, but based on what the charts are saying, this thing has got more uptrend to me. And it's just getting started, but it's too late to buy here. Do not overpay for this at 16.3. I think you'll get a better price, or you may end up paying 17 for it 2 months from now, but you'll have a base and a pattern to work with. Okay, so watch Bitcoin for higher prices right now. In my opinion, I'm not buying any here. Pull back to around 13.5. Like I said, I'll be adding. Otherwise, I'm riding out what I got. Unless we get a base or we get a more shallow pullback. Maybe we get a pullback to $15,000 a share and it sets up to go higher. Then I may buy more at 15. But right now, it's too many bars up. still equidistant from the moving average. I want to see it come closer to that moving average and give me a better price to add to the position. If not, then I'll ride what I got. And once I hit that first profit target, take those profits and then assess, see what happens. You may end up paying more for those, but that's fine. You got to play the game, and you may get a better price and actually be able to buy more Bitcoin with that cash. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum also here near these highs, right? Not quite as strong, obviously, as Bitcoin. Not even close to as strong as Bitcoin at this point. But nonetheless, strong and a cheaper crypto, and the second most popular, I believe, most widely owned is Ethereum. So if you're going to play in the crypto space, I think you should have some Ethereum as well as some Bitcoin, and Ethereum looks higher. Again, is it a buy point here? No, it's at resistance to the left. It's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish days off the pivot. Wait for a base, wait for a pullback. Where's your buy point here? I'd say about 420. You get a pullback to 420. Ethereum is worth buying at that point. Okay, otherwise ride what you got. And again, you're looking for a big move past this resistance point. Again, I'm not selling any at this resistance point on my Ethereum. Going to let it ride. Probably shoot for another maybe $100, $200 on the move. $550, $650, possibly $7 on the Ethereum before I start taking some profits on that one. And Litecoin is one of the, I think it's the third most popular, and this one you can see is really weak compared to the other two. Strong nonetheless, nice move from 44 to 64. I mean, that's a hell of a move, 50% move since the beginning of October. So nothing to sneeze at, but in general, the game here looks like it's all Bitcoin is the number one right now, Ethereum is number 2, and Litecoin is number 3. Now, there's a grip of other altcoins that I don't even have, I'm not going to pull the charts for. You can obviously do your due diligence and research. I'm sure some of those are ripping and possibly outdoing what Bitcoin is. So go ahead and look into that, because there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of ones that are pennies on the dollar. But to me, they're more risky, a lot more risky than Bitcoin. And from what I know just from people I know, Bitcoin is still thought of in general by the general public as risky, and I think it can be risky, but I think it's an important part of a diversification of one's wealth at this point in time. So, but though some of those altcoins I think are just a lot more riskier, I would just stick with these big 3. And honestly, Litecoin, I sold all my Litecoin position when I saw it was dragging behind Bitcoin, and pretty much put all my Litecoin into Bitcoin. And so now I have Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those are the 2 that I think are the big horses in the crypto space. So with that, I hope you found this video useful. Again, keep an eye on it. Like I said, right now, going back to Bitcoin, nothing to buy at this point. And if you wanted to take profits, if you're, now wouldn't be a bad time to take some profits if you're sketchy on this thing going up and testing those all-time highs around 19.5 to 20,000 a Bitcoin. I think we'll get there, but again, you got to manage your plan. You could also move to a straight pivot trail stop, where you can say, to give you guys some alternatives, and say, look, if it drops to 15,000 or 14,700, I'm going to take 50% of my Bitcoin off the table. You could take that approach if you want to be more conservative and lock in profits, because it has been a hell of a run. Okay, and you don't want to get greedy, but like I said, you just got to follow your plan. That's the key thing. So for me, I'm going to ride this thing. Like I said, if I get a big down day or something like that and things look to turn, some big news comes out that's negative towards Bitcoin or the cryptos, I may lock in 30% of my profits, 20% at least, that sort of thing. But right now, all systems go to the top side. No buying here for me. Looking for pullbacks, looking for a base, and then looking to get that target and hit around 19.5, 20,000 a Bitcoin. All right, guys, hope that helps. Holler at me if you got any questions. Comment on the video. Tom@TomWheelerTrading.com. Have a great weekend. Talk to you in the next video.